My name is Brad Eichstadt. I'm a 25-year resident of Independence, Missouri. I moved here in '93. I grew up in Minnesota, and I started as a volunteer in the service to the community in the Minneapolis Advisory Committee on Drug and Alcohol Policy. So I've worked in other leadership positions and volunteer positions within the community. Since moving to Independence, my time outside of work and family has really been devoted to helping with those kinds of organizations. I'm running because I'd like to give the voters in our district a choice. This seat has run unopposed for the last 2 election cycles. I thought it would be a good opportunity for me to bring a volunteer in the community to that position and work cooperatively with other legislators to be able to go ahead and develop solutions for Missourians. I believe that from talking to people in the districts, they want to have a representative that can help cooperatively develop items to help resolve issues that they are seeing. As a libertarian, I'm beholden to neither Republican nor Democrat and believe that I can go ahead and provide that. As far as background, I've been married 29 years. I raised 2 adult children here in the community. I work as an IT professional and can bring skills in that area to a lot of the concerns that people have. For example, most recently, the issue around the alleged Russian hacking for the state voter systems. I believe that I could bring a lot of experience in those particular areas. In terms of particular issues that I believe are important, I'd like to offer myself as a candidate that can help people feel safe in their community, to open and operate a business without interference from the state, reducing regulation, increasing access to health care, being able to feel invested in their children's education, and as I said, helping cooperatively develop solutions for the problems that Missourians face. Well, one of the issues that we really focused on in our campaign early on is we want to empower the police to be able to take serial rapists off the streets of Missouri. We started notifying people about the rape kit backlog here in Missouri as part of our initial campaign start. In May, the State Attorney General's office released a report showing that we have almost 5,000 rape kit backlogged items. 5,000 rape kits and victims that are not receiving justice. We support prioritizing not only the tracking and collection of those, but mandating the completion of testing for those rape kits and returning those results to prosecutors and to the victims to take rapists off the street. Safety of our citizens and protecting the people in our community should be an absolute priority for the state government. I believe that we can go ahead and do that. As a second issue, I would like to go ahead and expand access to health care in Missouri in 2 ways. First off, I would like to go ahead and expand the scope of practice to allow physicians and other medical professionals to provide expanded health care for their patients. 33% of all Missourians live in rural communities that are underserved by larger metro areas. In many cases, the medical professional they may see is the only person they have contact. There are a lot of regulations restricting what that doctor or other healthcare professional can do. I'd like to go ahead and remove a lot of those regulations. Inside city areas, I oppose and would like to repeal the certificate of need for opening new healthcare facilities. This is an anti-competitive and very arbitrary system in which a person that wants to, or a company that wants to open healthcare facilities has to actually reach out and get permission from other competitors in the area asking, is it okay if I come in and open another competitive option? That doesn't really make sense in any other business. It doesn't in healthcare either. We also have, as I mentioned, in our district, it was running unopposed. That's not unusual. Unfortunately, in Missouri, 25% of our state house districts are running unopposed. You, the people that are listening to this as voters, 25% of you across the state do not have an opportunity to vote for another candidate other than who's on the ballot. That is not democratic. That is not appropriate. I have a way to end gerrymandering and would propose moving to an alternative voting method to end gerrymandering, resolve the issue of voter not having choices, and save Missourians hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars in court cases by moving to an alternative voting method called proportional representation for the state house. It's too complex in terms of explaining it very briefly over this interview, but I encourage you to go out to my website, www.missourianslikeike.com, and you can read more about this. It is a process that, from an alternative voting method, is supported by groups such as the League of Women Voters, which successfully in New Hampshire and Maine have put forward different alternative voting methods, and they actually recently had a gubernatorial election in Maine using alternative voting methods. So it is a process that we in Missouri can adopt to help end gerrymandering and work with other processes. So those are the top 3 items that I have. I do have a few other items that I have on my website, and I would encourage people to look at that.